What's up, guys, and thank you for joining me for another video. Guys, I want to talk to you about my hair, my Senegalese twist that I installed the beginning of September. I don't know exactly what day, but I know it's like the first week of September. It is now the end of October, and yeah, I'm still loving it. I normally take my hair out about a month and a half. I'm over it when I have my Senegalese twist in, and I take them out and figure something else out. But I'm really enjoying these, and I'm probably going to keep them in right up until Christmas. I don't recommend keeping braids in that long because your hair sheds, it has nowhere to go but inside here, which will cause your hair to mat tangle, or both. And I don't think it's a good idea to leave your braids in or twist in that long if you do not know how to maintain them yourself. I, on the other hand, installed these, so I have gone through periodically and taken braids down that I felt that have had a lot of new growth and reinstalled them. And when I take them down, I take out the shedded hair, make sure my hair is not tangled, and then I reinstall the twist. Y'all look at this. Look at this hair, y'all. I'm enjoying this hair. The hair that I currently have in is the Bobbi Boss Feather Tip Pre-Feathered Hair 40 inches. Is this hair right here. And this is why it's pre-feathered. This is why it's pre-feathered. Because you don't have to do all that pulling, cutting and pulling when you're applying it, because it's already pre-feathered. And the pre-feathered look gives you this effect where the ends are not blunt at the end, and you don't have to take your time to do it before applying it. This was so quick. I actually purchased 8 packs of this. Y'all only use 3.5. And let me assure you, it's full all the way through, not just around the perimeter or where you can see it. Let me take it down so you can see it. So yeah, it's full all the way through. And that was 3.5 packs. Now, when I was going in and redoing some of them, I was breaking them down smaller. So that's why I got into the 4th pack and used half of that. So 3.5 packs, only because I started breaking them down and making some of them smaller, because I actually wanted them smaller and I felt like they would last longer. When I apply my Senegalese twist in, my foundation or the base of my twist, I start off with a braid. And the reason I start off with a braid is because I feel like it lasts longer. To me, that's my experience. I've worn my hair both ways with the Senegalese twist, starting off as a twist and off as a braid. With the braid, I feel like it lasts longer, so I prefer the base to braid. Put this back up. So yeah, this hair, I'm loving it. 3.5 packs, y'all. 3.5 packs. This hair being feathered cuts so much time off the install time for me, because it takes me so long to feather the tips and then cut the hair, feather it, and apply it. I just had to grab and go. And I was able to do this. Now it takes me, I'm going to be honest, it takes me about a day to do my hair, because I stop and go. But with this, half the time. And that was with me stopping and going. Half the time, because I'll stop and eat, stop and talk, stop and eat, stop and talk, stop and flip through the channels. So that's why I only braid my hair on the weekends. But I'm loving this hair. And look how, y'all look at it. Right? It's so light. It's so light. And when I have it down and it's a breeze outside, it blows in the air. I'm like, okay now, okay. All right, I like it. I like it. Oh. Flawless. Have y'all seen this on TV? I purchased this at an Ulta. Me and my daughter was at Ulta and I saw it. And I was like, well, maybe because I'm waxing. How many of us don't wax our lips, y'all? Or go get somebody to wax our lips? I found a way to cut that whole process out, and it's called Flawless. It looks like a lipstick, right? But what this is actually really ouchless. It really is. And this is how it sounds. And then it has the light. Now, let me show y'all something. So I do have some fuzz growing in right here. A little bit. I do notice when I use this, I don't have to, the hair doesn't grow back as fast. And that's because these little wires actually wind up pulling the hair out from the root. Let me show you. So I just take it. I don't know if y'all can see. And you want to go the opposite direction of your hair growth. Of the hair. Alright. See how clean that was? You can do that signature this. And I don't know if y'all can see inside, but it has caught some of the hair in there. So you can clean it out by taking the little wire, the head of it off, and the hair fall actually is captured in there. But look at there, no more hair, and it is so smooth. Oh my goodness. This was a find, and at $19.99, well worth the buy. Well worth the buy. I enjoyed this. And I'll talk to y'all next time, and bye.